Hello, Miracosta College students. My name is Colin Russell with the Chariot News. Today we're out here at College Hour and Halloween is getting closer and closer. Let's see what ghost stories students have.
My name is Jenny Lee. So there was this one time I went to Vietnam and me and my dad and my aunt, or a couple of my aunts, we were in a cemetery. Like all the graves in Vietnam are built above the ground and not below. So I see like this glimpse of like a person standing on a grave and I look over and it's like someone standing there. And then later I'm like walking with my aunt and she's telling me that like her parents were buried there. And I told her about the story and so she thinks that like it was like one of her parents watching over her as she like visited back. That's my ghost story. I don't know if I still believe in ghosts though, even though I saw one, I was like, it's whatever. Maybe it was a ghost, maybe it was just my head seeing it, I don't know.
My name is Brian Sahagan. In my house, my little sisters, my little brothers, they have their own room, and at night we'll like start seeing like that my little sisters will be awake like very early in the morning, like it'll be like 3 a.m. and they'll still be up. And one day my mom asked them what they were doing, and then they were like, oh, we have a new friend, a little girl wants to play with us. So we got concerned about it and we actually called the priest. And so basically he told us that it was basically a sign of God saying that we need to go back to church and stuff like that. And my little sister took like a selfie picture and you could actually see the little girl behind, like right there. I mean, I learned that like there is actually things out there. You're like, I would not think this will actually happen to me, you know, like in my household.
My name is Trina Havaliana. It started when in our house we left some friends, so there were 2 females, and then we went to another place like Cebu, and then when we left there, they didn't message us in text or like how are you or something, but then when we went back to home, they went with their bags and said we want to leave. Like they say that it was a night, so we had 3 rooms. So it was like 3 rooms. This is my brother's room, my father's room, and then my room. So the 2 females were at my room and my brother's room. So there was no one in the middle. There was this girl who looked like the other girl who was in my brother's room and went past to my room. We'll call her girl 1. So girl 1 said, oh, girl 2, is that you? So she went out of my room and saw the girl 1 like doing this, wearing all the clothes that she wore, but didn't have a face. And then walked like this and went back to the room of my brother and slammed the door. And when she went there, she found out that girl 1 was just sleeping. So it was like a doppelganger. Someone told us that something is living in our house, but it's like protecting us and keeping other people not living there away.
My name is Talia Taylor. I was in my house and I was doing laundry, so I went to the dryer and the washer, and we have a car inside our garage, and so like I was putting like clothes in the dryer, and then I looked and there was a man, like pale, wrinkly guy he was dressed in all black. He had like sunglasses on, the beanie, and he just looked really creepy. He looked like a robber, you know, like I don't know, like you know how people go rob people like in their house, they dressed in all black, the mask. Yeah, it was just, I was like, oh my God, who is that? And like, why is he in the car? So.
My name is Priscilla Garcia. My ghost story is when I was living with a few roommates. We had this really like weird few weeks where things started to fall down, and eventually it actually hit one of our roommates. A whole like bookcase thing that actually fell on my friend out of nowhere. We ended up saging the whole house, and we would still have really weird, freaky stuff happen in our house, like where things would just start flying or something weird like that we couldn't explain. And yeah, I guess that's my lame ghost story. Listen to ghost stories. Like some of them actually can turn out to be real, and it can be real freaky.
First and last name is Aaliyah Taylor. My ghost story was we had a girls' night at my house. We had chips and movies and stuff where we were watching scary movies. And then it was time for us to all go to sleep. And my little cousin, she was in the room with my mom. And we were all in the other room, like made pallets and stuff on the floor, popcorn, whatever. And we were like going to sleep. And once we turned off the light, there's this little like shadow. She looked like my little cousin, but it was really dark. We only seen the shadow. And we were like, come on, her name was Storm. We were like, come on, Storm, come in the room, come lay with me. It was like, she's not moving. I was like, Talia, go get her. And when she went to go get her, she walked straight through the shadow. And she's like, where did she go? And we all started screaming, like everybody started screaming, freaking out. And my mom came in there and was like, why are you guys crying? It was like, Storm was right there. And when Talia walked through her, she was like, no, she's in the room, sleep.
Whoa, those were some really scary ghost encounters. I'm so glad I haven't run into any of those ghosts. My name is Colin Russell with the Chariot News, signing off.